Things are about to go wild right now in this series, and we're gonna see Deku like never before. So, let's take a look at where we started, where we're at right now, and how are things looking forward. Obviously, there's manga spoilers ahead, so if you're an anime only, what a loser, an anime only. Watch with precaution, sweetie. First, what do people dislike the most about Deku? Oh, he cries too much. He's a crybaby. Why can't he be confident and hot like Bakugo? Wait a minute. I did not write this part.
It was me, bro. Sorry.
Damn, fair enough. He does cry a lot. But think for a second. Only 20% of the population is quirkless like Deku, and according to All Might, being quirkless was more predominant in his generation. Which means most of the quirkless people right now are elderly, and Deku probably never saw another quirkless kid like him, ever. I know not all quirks are great, like, what is this? But being the only quirkless kid in his town, while being bullied and ridiculed on a daily basis, is just too much for a young boy to handle. Also, his dad's not even around, he's working overseas. My dad also worked overseas when I was a kid, and according to my mom, I was very sensitive too back in the day, so I can relate. Lack of confidence, inability to speak his mind, kinda lonely. This is what's gonna change the most during the progression of the series. First step, get buff, baby, because damn boy, look at those arms. Him announcing that Deku was going to be the name of a hero was kind of the start of his growth as a character, in my opinion. Yeah, his bones cracked right after, but it's Deku, alright. He probably saw Recovery Girl more times than his mother during the series. He starts making friends, having rivalries. He understands that even people with quirks have problems. Duh! Deku vs Shinso and Deku vs Todoroki are great showcases of that. It was also at this point when he realized that his quirk was more complex than he initially thought. Expectation? Eat air, turn into Daddy Noel. Reality? You got people living inside of you. Man, I regret making this joke. Here's two characters that were very important to Deku. Mirio and Gentle Criminal. Yes, I'm gonna talk about him. Mirio serves to question Deku and the audience if him being the wielder of One for All was a good idea in the first place. All Might only chose him because he was a quirkless, weak boy with big dreams of making a difference, just like All Might was. And now, out of nowhere, here's a character that was supposed to inherit One for All, and is stronger, admired by everyone, acts like All Might a lot more, and now Midoriya is forced to rethink everything about himself. Is he worthy of being the ninth wielder of One for All? Well, the answer is yes, obviously, he's the main character, but the old Deku would probably just keep his head down forever after all that. Especially when Night-Eyed told him he was unworthy of such power. Where's Night-Eyed now? Yeah, this Deku kept fighting, kept improving, and in my opinion, Season 4 was his best performance up until that point. On the other hand, Gentle Criminal makes Deku think that if he knew what made him become villains in the first place, maybe he could change the outcome and save him. So if this line of Deku wanting to save Shigaraki fell out of place for you, it's because you were distracted by Bakugo's drum skills instead of watching Deku vs Gentle Criminal. Let me try to sum up Season 5 for you. Hey Deku, your raw strength is going to be greater than All Might's eventually, but do you want more quirks? Black Whip to swing like Spider-Man, Danger Sense like Spider-Man, Float like Superman, the ability to flood a house with your tears, you already have that one. Many quirks, all the quirks, take them all! As I've already pointed out, during the progression of the series, Deku is going to be more confident, he's going to speak his mind more, and will have caring people on his side. Emphasis on the last one because from here on out, this is peak Deku and he's gonna leave everyone behind. Deku is a clear target of All for One, since he possesses the only quirk capable of defeating him. The sole purpose of One for All is to defeat All for One. Deku knows he's in grave danger and the responsibility bestowed upon him, but he also knows that the people around him, the people he cares about, are in danger as well. So he wakes up from the coma or whatever it was, leaves a note to his friends explaining the truth about his power and his whole situation, and decides to leave Class 1A and UA High School. Vigilante Deku looks really cool, no doubt about that, but Deku wants to carry all of the burden by himself. Stop All for One, trying to be everywhere and save as many people as possible. No sleep, no breaks, just relentlessly trying to do everything by himself. He doesn't understand that he's losing himself in the process. So Class 1A went after him. I genuinely don't want to talk about this part because I'm waiting for the anime. The entire class trying to stop Deku, Bakugo's apology is just too good. Deku's body moved on its own to save others. Now other people's bodies are moving on their own to save him. The same way All Might said that he could be a hero, now he does the same to others in need. And in the middle of a society that's growing darker and darker, where heroes want to call it quits and people are losing hope, Deku's actions up until this point, and everyone he influenced along the way, it's what's turning him into not the symbol of peace, like All Might, but into the symbol of hope. So, what is Deku up to right now in the manga? Well, I didn't want to break it to you, but we're kind of in the middle of a war and everyone's involved and everyone's coming back, so there's not a lot of time to focus on Deku specifically. Damn, this was kinda anticlimactic. I kind of freestyle through this video because I just felt like talking about My Hero Academia. I want to reach 100 subs, so quick! Subscribe or I'm gonna cry just like Deku!